Hi guys, this is Meenal
and this is Kashmir.
We're SavaniSis, here to activate Sukha, your inner joy. Hi guys, so in today's video we're going to talk about why traveling
Enhances your
energy. So when you're traveling to another country, you're actually traveling through different vibrational air zones. So when you land in another country, you now absorb the frequency and the vibration and the collective consciousness of that country. So the benefits to that is you break old habits, you start thinking differently, you meet different people, right? You meet the locals, you expand culturally, you become more of a worldly person, you become more understanding, more reasonable, you become more positive, you see how other people live, and most importantly, you expand your vibration. So Meenal, give an example of the time when you went to Miami. How did you feel?
Well, I definitely felt different. Now you might say that if you go on holiday, you're happy anyway, but there's something different about when you go on holiday. The energy is different, you feel different. It's not just the excitement of being somewhere else. I actually went to Miami for a conference, so it wasn't the most exciting thing to go to, but it felt different. When I woke up in the morning, I would go out for a walk at 7:30 in the morning, something I'll never do here in the UK, even on a summer's day. And it's a completely different environment and the energy is completely different. And I've noticed also that I didn't need much sleep. So there was one night where I was awake till 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Then after just a few hours, I woke up again, went back to sleep and then woke up in the morning. And normally if I was in this country, I would feel really sleepy, I would drag my feet, I would have bags under my eyes. But in Miami, I had so much energy, I was glowing, I had radiance, and I felt like I'd had 8-9 hours of sleep. That's how crazy it felt. The energy just felt different.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I felt the same way. You know, I used to be in an online business and I had to go to retreats in 5-star resorts in beautiful countries. And I actually had the pleasure of going to 2 of them. And instantly I started to pick up the vibrations, thought patterns, frequencies of successful people, and then absorbing the high vibrational energy from the resort as well, because it was 5-star, it was luxury, it was opulent, it was full of wealthy, successful people thinking big, you know, big dreams. And it just instantly I realized I didn't need much sleep. I was sleeping, let's say 5 hours a night, as opposed to being here in London, I'd be sleeping 8-9 hours. And I was constantly energized, I was excited, I had more gusto and enthusiasm for life. Just the mere act of traveling and being in a completely different location, in a different vibrational air zone, you know.
And I was just thinking that, you know, you don't have to go to 5-star resorts, you know, you don't have to go to opulent places. If you go abroad, what I feel is that everyone's happy, you know, because you're on holiday and everyone's vibe is high, so you pick up on that. So even if you weren't feeling that high vibing, you end up feeling like that because everyone else around you is the same. So everyone's in a good state, aren't they?
Yeah, they're all in a good state.
Yeah, and you pick up on that.
Right, and the key is that you're actually vibrating a different frequency now. So you may have been stressed and going through some crisis or disaster or just a really miserable time back home, but then the mere act of traveling and changing your environment, being in a different country, meeting different people, you're transmitting a different frequency, right? Your vibration has changed, and therefore all your circumstances around you will change. And I'll give you a great example of this. Donald Trump.
Oh, yeah.
You may or may not like the guy, but it's undeniable that he is financially successful and he absolutely possesses success qualities, right? Now, one of the things he did in the midst of a crisis, you know, he had many businesses. So in the midst of disaster in his businesses, when they were failing and going terribly wrong, he would go and play golf. Why would he go and play golf out in the fresh air, in the green fields with the sun shining on him? Because he would be vibrating a different frequency. He would not be focused on the disaster, on the turmoil, on the crisis, on the stressful, worried people. He would be like, I don't want to be participating in this negative energy, because how are we going to solve a problem? How are we going to think greater than how we feel, right? So he knew that he has to feel better, he has to change his energetic state, and the best way he knew to do that was to go and play golf. He absolutely loves playing golf, and you're out in the fresh air, you're not thinking about stress, vibrating a new frequency, circumstances would change, and bada bing, bada boom, he'd get a phone call from the office, and guess what they would say? Oh my God,
outcome.
Donald, you're not gonna believe what happened. Yeah, I do an American accent, yes. They'll be like, the guy got a call and you gave me $1 million and the debt's gone, man. And then he'd be like, well, I knew that was gonna happen. Of course I knew that was gonna happen, right? I can't do Donald Trump's accent, so don't make me do it, guys. But basically, he would say, well, of course I knew that was going to happen. How did he know? Because he knows about the secret. He knows about the power of changing your energetic vibration. He knows about the law of attraction, and that's what he would do. Another example is Andrew Carnegie. Some of you may or not have heard of him, but he was the richest man at the turn of the century. He was the one who trained Napoleon Hill. So what happened is he would work from, I think, 10 to 4 or something like that, or 10 to 5, take an hour for lunch, and then 3 months he would go out to Scotland and go fishing. Wouldn't be thinking about work, he wouldn't be taking calls. Obviously there was no emails or anything back in the day, so completely switched off work and 100% leisure time. And there he was able to think greater thoughts, create ideas, download ideas from the ether, vibrate a clean transmission, no mental fog, no negativity, so then he's coming back refreshed to the office and continuing to be super productive, super constructive, and therefore it's not any surprise why he was the richest man in the world and so successful.
Oh, I just had another example, but not a famous example. I used to be a part of a business networking group, and there was a lady who was an interior designer, and she's been featured on TV, on British television as well, and she wasn't making as many sales for a while. So then she decided, right, I'm going to go on holiday with my family and I'm just going to enjoy myself. So while she was on holiday, she shared this story in the business networking group. While she was on holiday, she made 3 big sales, and without doing anything. She wasn't focused on her business. She wasn't focused on trying to get clients. She was just having a good time. So you see how this works. When you feel good, when you're vibrating high and you're feeling good, that's when things come to you, because there's no resistance.
Exactly, no resistance.
So is there anything else that you want to talk about with travel and how it enhances your energy?
No, thank you. This was just going to be a short, quick, effective video. I hope it got you guys thinking about the importance and benefits of traveling. And depending on the situation, what you're going through right now, I don't know if there's still restrictions or anything, but you can still get out in nature, guys. You can still move your physiology, get out in nature. We've done plenty of videos on this, by the way.
Yeah, and I was just thinking, if you're not feeling good, then changing your environment helps. So if you're at home all the time, and this has happened during lockdown periods in the UK, that a lot of people fall into anxiety and depression because they're in the same environment, doing the same thing.
They're stuck in a rut.
And they're stuck in a rut. So to get yourself out of it, yes, you can go inwards, which is the main thing. However, that might be difficult at the time when you're feeling so low. So a good, easy way to do it is get yourself out in nature, change it up, change your environment. If you go in nature and you're going to the same park, go to a different park. Take a different path. Don't take the same path you're always doing in the park. Go somewhere different. Go to parks that you've never been before. Just drive that little bit further.
The key is that you want to break old habits.
You want to change your environment, do things differently. If you don't have a park near you and you can't get anywhere, then you're walking on the street, for example, but take a different route. Take a street that you've never been to and have a look at the houses, have a look at the environment there, have a look at the trees and if there's any nature around. Just change it up. If you can't go abroad, then change it up where you are. There's always a way to do it.
Yes, exactly.
And that's all we want to say for travel and energy enhancement.
I hope you liked that video, guys. Just hit the subscribe button, give this video a like, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.